Hello everyone, welcome back to this session. In this video, we're gonna learn about AWS EKS or Elastic Kubernetes Service. So that's what we'll be covering in this video. We will go through what is EKS, how to use it, and actual demo of creating Kubernetes cluster with EKS. The easy way for a quick overview AWS in one of the most popular cloud platform which has a tons of service for different use cases. And EKS Elastic Kubernetes Service is just one of those many services. So, what is EKS? It is a managed Kubernetes cluster, meaning AWS will manage the master nodes for you. It will create the master nodes, install all the necessary application on them, like container runtime, Kubernetes master process. It will take care of scaling it when needed, doing backup on that, etc. So, if you have a small team of people, the usually it's a good idea to let the platform do this maintenance for you so you can focus on deploying your application in Kubernetes without worrying about whether maintenance are properly backup, etc. This means you only create and worry about the worker node. So let's see how you can use EKS. Suppose you and your team have a small project which you want to run in Kubernetes and you want to do that with EKS. In order to create the cluster with EKS, there are following steps involved. Before even create a cluster, you need to some setup or preparation. First of all, obviously you need to create an AWS account. There is a free tier for 1 year when you are a new user. So you can take advantage of that. Then you have to create or have a VPC. It's basically your virtual private spaces in AWS. Basically a space where you do your own stuff. It doesn't interface with other AWS users in the cloud. That's basically what VPC is. Then you have to create an IAM role with security group. These two terms in my opinion are too obscure. So here's a human translation for you. You have to create an AWS user with a list of permissions to create and do stuff with EKS service. Once you have this thing set up, now you can go and create the control plane of the cluster, meaning the master nodes. You create the cluster with AWS role or this IAM role, which obviously has to have a permission to create and configure the EKS cluster. Here just choose some basic information like name of the cluster, which Kubernetes version you want, which region you cluster should run in, and so on. You set some security for your cluster and note that you can do this setup or creating the cluster process. You can do that either using AWS UI or management console or AWS command line. The next step, once you have the control plan, once AWS create all these master nodes, you have to create worker nodes and connect that to cluster on AWS. These worker nodes will be some EC2 instance with certain CPU, RAM, and storage resources. So how do we create worker nodes and add them to the cluster? We create them as node group or group of node and not a separate EC2 instance. When you create a node group, you choose the cluster it will attach to or join. You define also security group for that you select the instance of EC2 instance. So basically, you choose which resources your EC2 instance should have, and with node group, you also have auto scaling, which is pretty cool because based on your needs or based on your cluster needs, depending on how much load the cluster has, a new worker nodes will automatically be added or removed in the cluster. So for that, you define maximum and minimum number of nodes. So maximum number of nodes it should scale up to up, and minimum number of nodes it should scale down to. And you have some other configuration as well. And once you create the node group as well, so you have your worker nodes connected to the cluster. Finally, you will connect to the cluster from your local machine, right? Because you want to deploy your application from your laptop or local computer using kubectl, which is Kubernetes command line tool. So in this setup, you basically configure kubectl to talk the remote cluster. Now at this point, as I have listed all the stuff that you have to do in order to create a cluster, you may be thinking, let's a lot of efforts for just creating a simple Kubernetes cluster. Maybe you are not very good at AWS, you are just starting off and you don't want to learn all these services. You already have a Kubernetes to learn all these services, you already have Kubernetes to learn. You just want to create a cluster and start deploying your containers inside as fast as possible, and you are right. I think it's relatively complex compared to other managed Kubernetes service like a Linux Kubernetes engine or digital Kubernetes service. But AWS is of course a very powerful and that increases the complexity and also is one of the most popular providers. So for example, at work or in your projects, you might have to use it. But the good news is there is a way to simplify this process of creating a cluster on AWS much faster and more efficiently without having to do all of this one by one manually. And you can do that with a command line tool called EKS Control. But now in this video we're gonna create a cluster using AWS UI. So let's get started and open AWS console page. So here my console page, and so first of all, before we create a cluster, we create first a roles, then create a VPC for a cluster, then go to create a cluster. So first of all, go to a roles and create a role for a cluster, and click on AWS service and select EKS, which is select your use cases means we use a EKS cluster, and click on next permission. So here is a filter policy, and by default one policy is selected, which is Amazon EKS cluster policy. So click on next tags, and here tag is optional, so we gonna uh, click on next, and here give a name which is EKS role, which is EKS role, and click on create a role. So it takes some time, and here EKS role for a cluster is created. So now create a VPC. So search a VPC is one or any VPC is available for a cluster. So go to VPC and check this. So here a VPC page, and click on VPC and check it. So I have only a one VPC, which is a default VPC. So for a create a VPC, go to a cloud for a go to a cloud formation, and click on cloud formation. So here is I have already create a cloud formation for a stack. So I have create only a new stack. So create a stack and with a new resources standard. So template is already I have, and so I give this URL for a template for a specified template in description. So I copy this URL and paste it here. Click on next and then next. So here is a stack name, which is a VPC cluster. I give the name VPC cluster and click on next. Here tag and permissions, which I select a default and go to scroll down and click on next. So uh, now parameters, which is specify templates review. It is a review, so go through it and create a stack. So here is a stack is ready, and here is right create in progress. It is in progress, so it takes some few minutes. So wait for few minutes. It will take some time, so now click on refresh button and wait for it. Some it's give make minimum 2 or 4 minutes, so just wait. So now a VPC cluster is ready, and now we create a cluster. So go to EKS Kubernetes service and cluster. Select here and click on create a cluster. So name is EKS cluster, and which is a Kubernetes version of 2 or 4 versions are available, 1.17, 1.18. Click on a default version and cluster service role. We create a EKS role, so select it and secret options and add text. Default value we select for a. So now click on next, and for a VPC, select a default VPC or create a VPC cluster. Select our VPC and select a group. Create a group, and now cluster endpoint access, which is a public and private and public and private. The in public and private, the cluster endpoint is accessible from outside of your VPC for worker or traffic or to endpoint that will stay within your VPC. So I select a public and private, and here is Amazon VPC CNA version. So I select a default version, and for a DNS I select a default version, and now next, and for a control and login. Well, login in API server, then click on this, click on enable and wait for authenticator and control manager. If you want, then enable it. For now, it is a demonstration for demo video. So I choose a default settings. So click on next. Now it is a review and create a cluster. So go through it this review and click on create. Here is a cluster creation in progress. Its status is in progress. So it will take some 10 to 15 minutes. So just wait, and here is the details of the cluster, which is API server endpoints and created IAM roles ARN, and here is a compute and networking options are available. So now cluster is created. So that's it in this video. If you like this video, then like and share this video and subscribe our channel.